What's going on, guys? It's me, GeminiJets 2016 here, and today we have another model plane review for you guys. Today I'll be reviewing the GeminiJets 1/400 scale Alaska Airlines de Havilland, Canada Q400 in the Washington University or University of Washington Huskies Livery. This is a really cool model I have in my collection, and it's kind of like a very tiny regional airline I have in my collection. This is my only Q400 model I have in my collection by far, and overall, I think this model does look very nice, so why not do a model review out of it? So yeah, very nice model once again, and yeah, this is like one of GeminiJets' like releases back in 2022, and I'm really glad to have one for myself. So you know the drill at this point with model reviews. So without being said, let's get into the box. So we'll just start off with the box right now. So without being said, yeah, already said that, but yeah, let's get started with the box. Alright, let's begin the box review of this tiny regional jet. And speaking of tiny, the box is also tiny too. Not like your typical GeminiJets mainline box, but it fits perfect for a regional aircraft like this. So you got the GeminiJets logo right there, made for collectors by collectors. You got the Alaska Airlines logo, the Horizon Air logo, and the University of Washington logo as well, which I think that's a nice addition on how GeminiJets put all these companies. So you got the airline's name, the regional airline, and the university itself, so that's pretty cool right there. You got the CGI image of the aircraft, you got the Bombardier Q400 tiles right there. It used to operate, well, this aircraft used to be owned by Bombardier before it got transferred to de Havilland, Canada. 1/400 scale die-cast model. Moving on to the side, so here's one side, another side like so, and more sides right there. And here's the back side of the box, so as you can see, you got the aircraft taken off right there. As well as to get features, you got the bullet points right there, so here are the bullet points. You got their social media pages right there. You got the Alaska trademark right there, trademark portion right there. And this is a 2021 GeminiJets release, and this model came out on GeminiJets' February 2022 release set. And the item number of this model is GJ-ASA 2027. As I open up the pamphlet, so this is where the aircraft would be inside. And here's the description of the Q400 and this aircraft registration, so you can pause and read whatever you like. Just pause and you can look at the information right there. So that is the box right there. Overall, I still think this box does look very nice, and yeah, not like your typical GeminiJets generic box, but just a bit of added features to this aircraft in general. So really like on how GeminiJets designed this box, and I'm really proud of their efforts. So that's it for the box. Now let's get into the model. And here's the model itself, looking tiny and cute for a 1/400 model, and overall I think GeminiJets did a great job on this model in 1/400 scale, and once again, a really nice model to have for my Alaska Airlines collection, even though these planes are already retired. But on that, still nice to have it regardless. So let's get started with the fronts. So you got the cockpit windows right there, you got the nose shape of the Q400, which I think GeminiJets did a good job. Might be a little bit like, from judging from my camera, it might be there's like a extended area, like a slight extended area, which I think it should be like that, but I still think GeminiJets did a good job on the nose shape of the Q400. You got the nose landing gear and nose landing gear door right there. You got the University of Washington tiles right there, and then you got the operated by Horizon Air as well, the tiles right there. You got the L door right there, the big L door, the L boarding door. You got welcome aboard and the one wheel tiles right there. And as for the cockpit windows, I think the cockpit window printing does look very nice. Well, yeah, it looks nice. I think it's okay for GeminiJets to like do the cockpit windows. Like, I think from judging the cockpit windows, I think GeminiJets did an okay job on the cockpit windows. It might be, I think there's like an extended, I'm not sure if it's like that, but I still think GeminiJets did a good job on the cockpit windows of the Q400. Next up, you got the Alaska billboard tiles right there. So the Alaska billboard tiles painted in purple, along with the Horizon tiles right there. So it's the Horizon Air tiles. I think the printing of the windows also looks very nice as well on this model. So great job, GeminiJets, on that. You got the engine, or the turboprop engines right there. So these are Pratt & Whitney Canada PW100 turboprop engines with the Huskies tiles right there. And then you got all the various colors of Washington, I was gonna say Washington, state of Washington. What am I saying? I was thinking of another Washington University, but these are the colors of the University of Washington. So kind of like a beige color and like a purplish color, and just a bit of white colors right there. So those are your colors right there. Here's the main landing gear. So main landing gear are mounted into the engine, which I think GeminiJets also did a great job on representing the engines or the landing gear of the aircraft. And you got your engine exhaust area right there at the very back of the plane. And as for the turboprops, so if I can demonstrate it, so the turboprops do spin. So let me just do this for you guys. So yeah, I like the fact that they do spin. They don't really spin as properly, like freely, but yeah, they do spin right there, which is a nice addition for this 1/400 model. I don't want to spin it too much, otherwise it's gonna like, well, fall. But yeah, those are the turboprops right there. Moving on to some wing details. So let me zoom out on my camera. So here's the wing detail of the Q400. So you got all the various spoilers. So these are the spoilers of the aircraft. You got your flaps, you got your trailing edge right there. These are the slat areas, and I forgot what it is called, but I think they're like these things right here. So this is also featured on the starboard engine, but there's like an extended area. Oh yeah, now I remember. These are de-icing boots. So these actually like had the ice. So like when these de-icing boots activate, they basically like remove the snow or like the ice that are built into the wings. Therefore, it helps like no ice form into the wing. Therefore, it has a lack of like airflow right there. So yeah, they want to make sure they want to like keep that, like melt the ice on the de-icing boots. So they activate that, and the ice will melt away. So I like that feature on this Q400 or any kind of like feature of the Q400 aircraft. So really cool. Moving on to the back area. Let me like try to like kind of a bit tail heavy, but it is what it is. So here's the back section of the aircraft. So it has the Go Dogs tiles right there. So here's Go Dogs printed close to the back of the plane. You also got your ventral fins, which helps with the stability of the aircraft. You got your L2 door right there. This can also act as a boarding door as well. And yeah, it also has welcome aboard. So this is like the L2 door right there, L2 boarding door in that case. And then you got your cargo bin, like the cargo bin right there. It's a big cargo bin for a Q400. You got your dorsal fins right there, a very long dorsal fin compared to a 737. You got your US flag right there, and then there are the colors of beige and purple leading into the tail. And you got the aircraft registration, which is November 435 Quebec X-ray, and then you got the APU of the aircraft. And here's the empennage area of the aircraft, and here's the tail of the aircraft with the University of Washington logo right there, which is a big W. And then you got your horizontal stabilizers on top representing an aircraft's T-tail. Here's a front view of the aircraft right there. And I think the cockpit windows they look very nice and printed. And then you also got some windshield wipers right there. So I like the fact they also added windshield wipers to this aircraft. And then moving on to the starboard section of the aircraft. So as you can see, here's your smaller R door right there. You got the horizon air titles. This one appears to be a little bit slanted, this turboprop. So yeah, I'm trying to like fix that. But there you go, it's kind of like fixed. So here's the back section of the plane. Nothing really to go over since everything is pretty much the same. Moving on to a top view of the aircraft, so let me position her. So here's the top view of the aircraft, looking very nice. Of course, not much on detailing. There's no antennas on this aircraft, which is quite reasonable for a model that small. So as you can see the de-icing boots and all like the red and black areas that represents the spoilers. I think that's how the Q400 is really built. They added like these red and black areas that represents the spoilers of this aircraft. Moving on to the bottom section of the plane, there's no stand hole on this aircraft, which I'm surprised that none of their Q400s have a stand hole. So you don't see like a stand hole anywhere, but you got some various details like this beacon light and all the extra details right there. You also got your GeminiJets logo, which is present right there. Moving on to the front section of the plane, so here's the front section of the aircraft. I know I'm blocking the tail, but I still think the front section does look very nice. I love how the wings are just straight and level and kind of like in the ground configuration. And here's the back section of the aircraft right there. So overall, I think GeminiJets did a great job on this Q400. And yeah, I'm not sure if I want to try to get more Q400s, but unfortunately, none other like the Q400s are in service. So in the US for all these US airlines. So Alaska Airlines was the last airline, well, technically the last major airline in that case to operate the Q400. So yeah, they retired those back in 2023, January 2023 to be exact, and yeah, these Q400s were really like a workhorse for the Alaska Airlines fleet, and overall, yeah, it's a very nice aircraft, and one of my family members, more in particular my mom, get to fly on one, so that's really nice for her to do that. And yeah, she sent me some photos and a video of the aircraft while I was on cruise, so I at least have something about Alaska Q400 at least, so that's very nice. But other than that, I've seen this livery 2 times already, so yeah, seen this 2 times before it got retired and repainted into the E175. But yeah, it's nice to have this model in my collection, and overall I still think GeminiJets did a fantastic job on this model right here. So that's it for the model review, but we're not done yet. Let's get into the background information of this aircraft. So with that being said, let's get into that right now. Alright, now let's get into the background information of this Alaska Q400, registered November 435 Quebec X-ray. So let's start off with some information from Airfleets. So the manufacturer serial number is 4232. So 4232 is the serial number of this aircraft. It is a Bombardier DHC-8-400, or in this case it's a Q400. The age of this aircraft is 15.6 years, and the test registration for this plane is Charlie Foxtrot Uniform Charlie Oscar. So that's the test registration of that aircraft before it got delivered. And then the production site is in Toronto Downsview Airport, which I think that's gotta be like the Bombardier plant, I think. Maybe. I think it is. And yeah, the airframe status says that it is stored, and this was last updated on May 6, 2023. Now as I look at the operation history, so it operated the same registration when it got delivered to Horizon Air. That was back in January 2009, and once again, it has 2 Pratt & Whitney engines. Fleet number is 435, and it's painted in the Washington Huskies football team livery, and it was withdrawn from use on January 26, 2023, and it's stored at Portland International Airport (KPDX) from January 27th to May 5 of 2023. So kind of like a year ago, basically. So that's nice. And then it got stored into Victorville, and that was on that same day, May 5. So yeah. And yeah, there's also information. It's operated with Alaska. I think it got integrated with Alaska in January 2011. So January 2011 is when it got integrated with Alaska Airlines, and it's operated by Horizon Air. And yeah, it was painted in the Washington Huskies football team, kind of like similar to the information I read before when it operated for Horizon Air. So yeah, that's that. Now as I look up on Airfleets, the first flight date remains unknown. Once again, it's operated by 2 Pratt & Whitney Canada PW15, or not what 1500. Pratt & Whitney trying to like read these, but I'm kind of like talking a bit too quick, so gotta read this like word by word. So the engines are operated by 2 Pratt & Whitney Canada PW150A engines. And yeah, once again, the first flight date remains unknown. And the delivery date of this aircraft was back in January 26th of 2009. And it got stored in January 2023. So yeah. And yeah, that's basically the history of this aircraft. So yeah. It's kind of like a short history about this plane, but other than that, at least this aircraft served with Alaska Airlines under this special livery for many years, until it retired, so that's really nice right there. Now as for how many times I've seen this aircraft, I saw this aircraft twice before it got retired. So the first time I saw this plane was back in May 2022, and the last time I saw this aircraft was in December 2022, a month before it got retired. So really glad to see this aircraft twice, and overall, I got some amazing photos of that plane, and yeah, those are now a memory for my photo album on my plane spotting album. So yeah, so that's it for today's review. So with that being said, let me get into the conclusion and give you my overall thoughts on this model. So with that being said, let's dive into that right now. So this model overall looks absolutely fantastic, and I think GeminiJets did a great job on their Q400 mold. These models from GeminiJets are very rare, and usually they will get like sold out, so best to look for them on Amazon or some other retailer, depending if they have this in stock, because these can I think these can get into like a big price on eBay, so make sure you like check the prices and hopefully you can find a good deal on any kind of like Q400 and 1/400 scale, whether that be this aircraft, the Horizon Air Retro, or a Canadian operator who operates the Q400. But other than that, at least I get to have one in my collection, and overall, I think this model looks absolutely nice, and I'm overall fortunate to have her in my collection. So, yeah, that's the Q400, and hopefully I can get the E175 in the University of Washington Huskies livery. Well, that came out in like, I think it was in May 2024 for No, that was not May. The April 2024 releases for GeminiJets. That's when that model came out. So hopefully I can get that in the future, and I would like to have that set. Like, what am I saying? I would like. Oh yeah, if I ever get the Alaska E175 Washington Huskies livery, and yeah, hopefully I can like pair that up with my Q400 that's right here on your screen right now. So overall, I'm really glad to have this model in my collection once again, and it's a very nice model for my Alaska Airlines regional fleet. So that's it for today's video. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on that post notification bell. Excuse me. Anyway, so that's it for today's video. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on that post notification bell so you won't miss a video like this anytime soon. And if you want to see more of my model plane content, then you can click on that playlist, and you can see all of my model plane content from unboxings, reviews, and a whole lot more. So that is it for today's video. Excuse me, man. Still need to take a breather, but that is it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Anyways, good night.